Hi, my name is Don Giannatti, and I've written a book for Amherst Media called Lighting Essentials, a Subject-Centric Approach to Photography. A subject-centric approach means we think of the subject first. Subjects vary, light doesn't. Light does the same thing every time. If we put it in a softbox, it's a softbox. If we put it in a beauty dish or use a hard light, the qualities of that light are always the same. We can move it closer and farther back and track how those changes in quality work, but they'll always remain the same. Light is a substance that we can manipulate. Subjects, however, change all the time. The same light on two different subjects can be rendered totally different back to the camera. For instance, a light on something very shiny can present lots of hot spots and speculars, where if we take that shiny thing away and put something in like a woolen mitten, a black woolen mitten, the light is totally different on that mitten. The subject changes because the light changes how it renders back to the camera. I think that we have to have a way of working in photography that makes things consistent. We've got to be able to go back and repeat images that we've done. We've got to be able to repeat the effect that we learn. If we push the key down on middle C on a piano, we're going to get middle C. It has to be consistent. No composer could ever write a piece of music if every time you hit that key, it changed notes. Light's the same way. We can learn what lighting does and then apply that light to the different subjects. But we've got to know what our subjects do with that light to make it work. I'm a big believer in pre-visualization. I visualize pretty much every image I take. By the time the camera's at my eye, I've already seen the finished print. I've already done the manipulations that I may have to do. I've already taken it through Photoshop. I've decided whether it might be a sepia tone or a black and white or an augmented color or what have you. I've already seen it. That doesn't mean I spend hours, days, weeks doing sketches and making notes. I don't. Sometimes I see it and within a matter of seconds or minutes I've made the photograph. I believe it's because I understand how subjects and light works together, and I can look at my subject in the real world and say, what lights do I need to make that subject render back to me the way I see it? The book is kind of heavy towards portraiture. Got a lot of different pictures in here of people. We do talk a little bit about exposure, and we do talk a little bit about ISOs and how those things all work together to make a photograph, but it's not a beginner's book. If you're brand new to photography and you're still figuring out how to put the ISO on your camera and how to make your flash work, this may not be the right book for you, but it may be the right book for you down the road. I kind of take for granted you know what stands are. We don't have pictures of strobe lights and stands and all that kind of stuff. You know what that is. If you don't, it's probably not the right book for you. We don't take you back to the beginning. We jump right in at lighting for subject-centric photography. I have a couple websites, Lighting Essentials, which is lighting-essentials.com, and Learn to Light, which is the workshop website, which is being changed up quite a bit for next year. It's going to have a full year's program on lighting there. And that's learntolight.com. And come on out and visit and see all the different articles. There's about 400 at Lighting-Essentials articles on lighting, photography, bidding jobs. We kind of focus Lighting-Essentials towards the more serious photographer, the pro-am, the emerging photographer trying to get out there, trying to make a business out of photography and be a commercial photographer. And that's what I am. So once again, the book is Lighting Essentials. You can get it at Amazon. Keyword Giannatti, Giannatti. And if you decide to buy it, I hope you like it a lot. Thank you very much. Go make some pictures.